Hello, you guys. How are you? Let me share this real quick. I'm going to share this on Twitter, see if people want to. It is Saturday. Normally, there would be boxing around this time, but right now, as we all know, because of the quarantine, there's nothing going on. So I thought we'd jump in here and talk a little bit of boxing. Obviously, there's nothing going on. So, what are we going to talk about? Who knows? You guys let me know what you guys want to discuss. I know there's certain things that have been happening. I know last week, I believe it was last Sunday, Mayweather's daughter got like sent to jail because she stabbed somebody's baby mama or something like that, which is crazy to me. I can't believe people are out here doing crazy stuff like this to this day. And especially her that has so much money. Like, why are you stabbing someone? You have so much money. You could have gotten someone else to do it for you. Just kidding. Don't stab nobody or don't send anybody to stab somebody. But to me, it's a little bit crazy. Why are you personally stabbing someone? Doesn't make any sense to me. There's some rumors going around on Twitter that Maidana, what up, Saul, the Boogeyman Alvarez? I know that's not your name. What's your real name? Um, I don't know if you guys have seen, but there's like this tweet going around that Maidana got like the tooth that he knocked out of Mayweather into a necklace. Now, I remember Maidana biting Mayweather, but I I don't think I remember him knocking out a tooth. So, can anybody confirm this? Like, is that a real tooth? Hola, ¿cómo están? ¿Cómo están, everybody? So, yeah, again, I've been seeing a bunch of tweets about Maidana and how he has a tooth necklace, and that tooth belonged to uh, Floyd when they fought. But I don't remember seeing a tooth fly out. Is that for real? I'm drinking Modelo Chelada. Yo, I'm gonna get copyrighted because you're watching The Simpsons. Um, I thought you were gonna go outside and play basketball. Okay, so if the stream stops is because he's watching The Simpsons, and they're probably gonna think I'm fucking streaming the freaking Simpsons for you guys. But nobody's answering my goddamn question. So did Maidana not knock out a tooth of Floyd? Like, there's a huge thing going on right now on social media that he has a tooth around his neck that belonged to Floyd, that he knocked that tooth out of Floyd. I do remember there was a moment when he punched Floyd so hard, he commented on it on All Access Epilogue. Huh. That was before my time watching. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. Was it the first fight or the second fight? That's what I'm confused about because I know he rocked him in the second fight, right? The first one is the one I feel like Maidana did really well. Like it could have been either way. Like I had Maidana winning, but I love Maidana, so I'm like, I'm not gonna say that out loud usually. But I did have Maidana winning the first fight. The second one, Floyd had him all figured out, but I know that's when he rocked them right before the bell. Get on against the ropes. Look, okay, get on. The replay does look like the tooth fell out, but I doubt Maidana actually has a tooth. Well, then who's starting these rumors? Yes, this is my favorite tall can. Like, I love this. But yeah, I'm like, is it true? Is it not true? Right now, there's no way of verifying it unless we like check out BDA and buy like. I'm not gonna say nothing about that, but thank you all for the suggestion. Point is, that's what we've been hearing right now. All the news, even though there's no boxing going on right now, all the news revolve around Mayweather and the Mayweathers. You know, my dad posted a pic with a tooth on little Kevin. It was his official Instagram though, like, cause I know he had like, I know he had a bunch of different Instagrams that he like kept taking out for some reason. But yeah, I think that's pretty fucking funny. But I just the timing seems weird to me. Like I feel like this should have been common knowledge if it happened when it happened, like back when they fought or right after they fought. Hola, ¿cómo están todos? But yeah, now that they extended this quarantine shit up until May 15th, obviously the Chisora fight versus Usyk is not gonna happen. I think today or no next weekend, what's supposed to be Hooker versus Prograis, And that's obviously not going to happen. So who knows what is even going to happen now that they extended this to at least May 15th. I haven't had that beer in 7 months, and I want to jump through the screen. I just picked it up at the liquor store. It's like right across the street. I was like, oh, I think I'll jump on live, talk to people. What are they doing? How's the quarantine treating them? And again, we should have been watching boxing on a Saturday, and we're not. Floyd said it's not true. Arturo, bring us all the tea, Arturo. You always have the tea. How did he say it's not true? When did he say it's not true? I haven't been on Twitter much because this has taken over my life right now during quarantine. The Nintendo Switch. If anybody has a Nintendo Switch, go ahead and add me. Uh, but that's all I've been hearing on social media that Maidana got a tooth from Floyd. And I'm like, why didn't they say that right when the fight happened? So I'm like, I don't know if it's true or not. And Arturo now is saying Floyd said it isn't true. Arturo, give us the deets. When, where can we find this? Where Floyd is saying, because to me, I'm like, I don't think that's true. That should have been happening then. Man, you quit playing, take some tequila shots. I would take tequila shots if you guys took tequila shots. You know what would be cool? We did like some like Zoom. Like the app Zoom where like there's different people and we could all talk to each other. Wouldn't that be cool? Should we do that? Should we do a Zoom of all of us talking to each other? Where that way we all participate and it's not just me talking to y'all like this. I think that'd be really cool that we did that. I need a man in my life. Why? Broski and a joint. What? I don't smoke. Round 3, he caught Floyd and knocked his tooth out. Oof. Now I want to watch that fight. Maybe we should put it on. Should we put it on? The punch happened at the end of the 3rd round. Forget about that too. I want to see Mikey Garcia versus Manny Pacquiao. Me too. I do. That's probably one of the fights I want to watch the most. What I was looking forward to the most should have happened here in 2020, but now we don't know what's gonna happen. I hope it happens, but if it would happen, and it would happen in Saudi Arabia. So, and if it happens in the zone, if it happens on PBC, then whatever, But if it were to happen on the zone, um, Eddie Hearn would take it to Saudi Arabia, and I don't want that. I don't want to be watching boxing at 11 in the morning. I want to get drunk. Thank you for complimenting my hair because right now it's dead. Like it's so ugly right now, but because I haven't seen my hairstylist in over 2 months. So I do appreciate that though because my hair is going through it right now. I never want to see a Floyd fight again. Oh my god. What was the fight for you that you said I don't want to watch Floyd fight? What was it? Because that's crazy. Did you see the Corrales Castillo replay the first time yesterday? I did not because what was I doing yesterday? What was I doing yesterday? I don't remember what I was doing yesterday. But I do really need to watch it. I recorded it because I have the the Showtime app. So I did record it on the TV, but I didn't watch them live. That's pretty rapey behavior. I want you to keep drinking so I can see how you get when you have enough too many. That's pretty rapey of you to say, but okay. What about the Canelo Bivol talk? I was just talking about that with a friend. I don't think that fight is too bad. I would love to see. Bivol's been wanting Canelo. Bivol used to spar at Legends. I seen Bivol spar Benavides. He's a tough kid, but I think it should have. If it happens, it should happen 168. Bivol shouldn't be, in my opinion, Bivol's too small to be at 175. So I wouldn't be mad about that fight, but also the star power. I don't think a lot of people know who Bivol is. So a lot of people will be like, oh, who's this guy? When in reality, like no one knew who what's his name? Rocky Fielding was. So Canelo's gonna bring the fans regardless. So I would love to see a fight with Bivol against Canelo. It's just not a style that would benefit Canelo because people already said that Canelo robbed Jacobs, that Jacobs beat Canelo, and Canelo was boring in that fight. So imagine a fight against Bivol. Would be very technical. Bivol has a really awkward style. Sorry, I love Bivol. He's like one of my favorites, but I just really wish he would go down to 168. And two, his style is just not one that Canelo would probably want. It would be too high risk, low reward type of thing. Thank you. You guys are being really nice to me today. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Your Twitter followers should post the boxing workouts on your page. I'll start. We should do that. What if we start like a daily boxing workout. I don't even have any boxing gear though. I live inside. I live inside. Duh. I live inside an apartment. So I don't have a house. Did you hear about Spence calling Virgil a crybaby? What? When was this? Crybaby about what? I thought Spence and Virgil were homies because they go way back. They used to train in the same gym and all that. I don't think I heard that. Where's that at? McGregor fight. Oh my god, I've never watched the McGregor versus Mayweather fight ever. I watched the like memes of him because you know how when he goes like boop and he like barely touches, he like tries to jab Floyd, but he like barely touches him. I saw that on a meme. And then I saw where he hits him like in the back of the head and Floyd's like this. That's what I saw. I saw the memes, but I've never seen McMuffin versus Floyd Mayweather. Like I've never actually seen it, and I don't think I want to. I don't think Zoom would be a good idea. Too many pervs. You know what? You're kind of right. Saludos de Modesto. Woo. You're fucking weird. I'm gonna have to take you out of here. Freaking weird. Guess I can't post the link. Oh, that sucks. Zoom would be good as long as you have the right people in your team. Maybe we can feed off each other. Yeah. Do you guys have a Twitter? If you guys follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you guys just send me like your emails and all of that. Maybe we could do like a Zoom just so we could talk boxing and like actually talk to each other instead of just me like reading your comments. The only Floyd fight I didn't enjoy was the one versus Berto. It seemed weird. Yeah, David, I have to 100% agree. To me, I didn't like that at all. I'm like, Floyd, you're one of the best in the era. Why would you go in your last fight as a boxer against Berto? Like, why? Out of everybody, they're like, the division was so good when Floyd retired for you to just go against Berto? What? No. Why would you do that? I didn't like that very much. But I'm like, it's Floyd. He's gonna do what the fuck he want to do anyway. He's gonna make money anyway. I did like the Oscar de la Hoya letter that he wrote after. I know Oscar de la Hoya sounds like a salty ex girlfriend with the whole Floyd situation. But remember, he's like, oh, when my kids won't go to sleep, I just play him Mayweather versus Berto. They don't make it past the third round. Like that was so funny to me because it's true. But you know. Hello, Mr. Rick. Bivol needs to get a belt 160. Bivol has a belt. Oh no, not he has a belt 175. I mean, well, yeah, I don't think Canelo would fight him without a belt at 168. But if he does want to go and fight at 175 again, then he would try to take Bivol's belt. Have you ever watched any old school fights from before your time, from before you got into boxing? I recently watched Tony Zell versus Marcel Cerdan. 1948? Jesus, you're doing the Lord's work because I don't sometimes I'm gonna be real honest with you. Sometimes the commentating and like the low quality really, really turn me off. Like I know it's obviously a thing, like we're spoiled now with the high definition streams and stuff, but sometimes I swear, like I'll be paying attention to an old fight and I'm like, like this is such shitty quality. Like I don't want to watch it. Or it's harder to concentrate. You know, I would have to be watching it on my laptop where I'm like right there because I put it on the TV, I'm gonna be like I'm not gonna be paying too much attention. But that's pretty nice. I've been wanting to post all fights on Twitter lately. You've been posting? I haven't seen them. Maybe I haven't been on Twitter that much, only to post my Animal Crossing shit. That's all I do. McGregor didn't know how to throw a punch. It was kind of sad. I mean, I don't get why people bought into the McMuffin and Mayweather fight. I think that was mostly the UFC fans. And we got to give it to the UFC fans. They're better than boxing fans in the way that they will ride or die with you. Like, even if you lose. Like, boxing fans, you lose a match and they want to get rid of you. They say you ain't shit, all of that. MMA fans, you lose and they're still look at McMuffin. He's done horrible shit. He's lost multiple times and people still ride with him. Jerry, thank you so much for the tip. I really appreciate it. You are the best. If Canelo were to fight Bivol at 168, haters would still find a way. Jerry, haters are never gonna stop criticizing Canelo. That's why I don't get why he even gives a fuck about what people say, because you're totally right. If he were to fight, let's say he fights Bivol at 175, they would still be saying the same thing, Jerry. They would say, well, he's not asking Berta B to fight him. Like, well, no shit. Berta B will probably kill him. But yeah, no matter who Canelo fights, I don't think he's ever going to get the credit he deserves. I just personally, I do think Canelo's elite level from now, but I do want him to fight a legit champion at 168 or 160. I do think he beats most, if not all of them. So I just want to see a good fight with Canelo. No weird shit going on, no catchweights, no rehydration clause, just a champion at 160 or 168 and a good fucking fight. Like, I don't want no bullshit. And I don't know if that's ever going to happen with Canelo, but Canelo is, in my opinion, one of the best right now. And no one has, Manny Pacquiao, but no one else really has a resume as good as Canelo, especially for Canelo's age. And I know there's a lot of parentheses and little dots around each name in Canelo's resume, but nobody else is doing that. You guys understand that? Like, I know Canelo takes a lot of heat for his opponents, and there's little, question marks in each of them, but nobody else is doing that. Nobody else is choosing to fight these guys, and he does have the best resume, whether we like to admit it or not, whether you like him or not. But I just don't think people are ever gonna give him any credit. I just want him to fight anybody. 168, Kellen Smith, Caleb Plant, fight Benavidez. 160, I think he beats everybody at 160. 168 is probably gonna be more tough. But I think 160 he beats all of them. Charlo, I know there's one guy that's always on here who like loves the Charlos. He's probably gonna like hate me for saying that. But I think Canelo beats the Charlo because Charlo just hasn't had the type of competition that can match Canelo's. Like, I'm not saying Charlo ain't good. Charlo's great, but his level of competition has not been the best compared to Canelo, and that does play a difference. He hasn't been in there with anybody of the caliber of Canelo, or his opponents. So, mm, um, Boo Boo Andre, I think Boo Boo would give Canelo a little bit of trouble, especially in the first rounds while Canelo adjusts. But I think eventually Canelo adapts to Boo Boo and beats him. I think Canelo beats Boo Boo. I know, again, there's a lot of people who love Boo Boo here. I don't hate Boo Boo. I think he's very talented. But, sorry, in my opinion, Boo Boo's the kind of guy that if he didn't have a belt, no one would care. And I know that sounds really mean because Boo Boo is very talented. He's a very, very talented guy. But there's also a reason why all of his cards are usually with a YouTube fighter or YouTube fight as a co-main, because they're trying to get other people to watch, because people don't really want to watch Boo Boo. And again, I do stand by this, that Boo Boo, if he didn't have a belt, he wouldn't be as relevant. You know what I mean? Like, Boo Boo wouldn't be as relevant if he didn't have a belt, because the only reason he has a belt is because he didn't really win it, because it's not like he fought BJ Saunders. He bought it vacant. You know what I mean? I mean, he got it as when it was vacant, when BJ Saunders got popped for nasal spray or whatever the fuck it was. So I don't know. I feel like Canelo at 160 definitely. I wish he wouldn't have gone to 175. I wish he would just uh became undisputed at 160 and then got a 168, and then maybe. But I know, it's all strategic. It's all what do they call it? Calculated risks. So Jerry, sorry for going on so long about this, but that's basically my. I do agree with you that Canelo's never gonna get any credit, and people are always gonna be hating him. I just wish he would just fight somebody at 160, 168, and just please, like, no more drama. Uh, Alex, thank you. Never watched the fight against Berto. Never. I did, but I streamed it. I didn't pay for that shit. Was it playing it safe? Do you prefer Corona or Modelo? I don't mind Corona, but I don't drink light beer usually. The only light beer I drink is Modelo. Sometimes I have like a Pacifico. I bought like one of these and I bought a Pacifico. Oh, there's that folk guy. The folk guy is here, y'all. Oh, Guinness. Who is the pound for pound? Honestly, Patrick Black. Patrick Black. I don't do pound for pounds. I think pound for pounds are so subjective. I don't do them. I know obviously top five are gonna be Canelo, Loma, Usyk, Crawford. Who else? I don't know. And they can all be in different spots. In a way, obviously, like, those are my top five. Where you want to put them, where you want to rank them, it's up to you. Like, I those to me are my top five, but I do think that pound for pound lists are very, very, very subjective, and I don't really like to participate usually in pound for pound rankings, or me. So, like, sometimes I get writers like, hey, like, we're making a pound for pound list for our website. Would you like to contribute? And I'm like, like, I don't, because again, pound for pounds is subjective, and people always talk shit like, "Oh, that's your pound for pound." Like, that sucks. You don't know shit about boxing. It's like, no, to me, those are my top five guys. How you want to rank them, and it's up to you. But It's all subjective as fuck. I don't do pound for pounds. It's just not my thing. Oh my god, I'm way behind in the comments. I'm so sorry. Sorry, I'm so behind. Oh my god, I'm so behind in the comments. Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm scrolling all the way back. Okay. Oh my god, the folk guy is here. Okay, well, I'm just gonna not. How did you get into boxing? My dad. Jesus, my dad, when I was little, he'd put on boxing in Mexico. We had an antenna. We had to like fix it on the back. And Jack Nancy was the greatest fight of all time. Trust. Who do you think Mikey Garcia should fight next? I think he should fight Manny Pacquiao. And if not Manny Pacquiao, maybe I don't know, anybody at 140. I think he should go back down to 140. I don't see why he's at 147. I know he wants to become champion. I get Mikey because I'm kind of like that, where I'm like, once I get something in my head, I want it, and it's impulsive, and I'm like, no, I want this, and I want to do this, and I want to do it, and I'm not going to stop till I do it. But to me, it doesn't make sense. I don't think he should be at 147. I think he should be at 140. 1919? Y'all, never brought into Mayweather McGregor. Yeah, I know people who are really loving the Mayweather McGregor press conferences, but like I feel like it got repetitive at one point because they're just telling each other "fuck you," and it's like, okay, like I don't know. Canelo's the best. Canelo, we got Cotto in his prime. Well, Cotto was smaller than Canelo. It's always been. Canelo couldn't even knock him out when he's out of his prime. I don't know. Where are they both in their prime, or Canelo now when Cotto was in his prime, or Canelo when Canelo fought him and Cotto in his prime? Triple G beat Canelo twice. I think Triple G beat Canelo the first time. I can see how people could argue that he beat him the second time. I'm not mad at that. No question, Canelo's one of the best fighters right now. Yes, Canelo versus Benavidez. I think that'd be a really good fight, but I don't think Canelo fights anybody on PBC. I don't think he has done that since the Showtime days. That'd be a really good fight. I would have to have Canelo just on technique alone. Benavidez sometimes when he throws his punches, he goes forward like a robot. Have you guys noticed that? I watched this. Like I saw this against in his last fight against the dog. What's his name? Darrell. Like he would come forward just like I don't know. I thought it was weird, and I'm like, oh, like somebody could definitely capitalize off of that. You know what I mean? And I think Canelo would definitely capitalize off of that. All thoughts on Mikey Garcia? I think he's a bad vato. I like Mikey. He's not a 4 division world champion for no fucking reason. Like Mikey is who he is, and he's really good. I just wish he'd go down to 140 and not 147. Agreed about being elite. He keeps getting better and better too. Yeah, Canelo keeps showing that he's gotten better in every single fucking fight. I didn't start like really, really respecting Canelo as a fighter like that up until the first Triple G fight. I was like, damn, like this motherfucker actually fighting Triple G. Like after everybody saying that he was ducking him, he finally, he's like, whatever, I'll fight him, and he didn't look bad, but Triple G didn't have the same outcome he did against other fighters. Like he couldn't do Canelo what he did to other fighters. He didn't drop him. He didn't do. Yeah, a lot of people hate Canelo because of the scorecards, whatever. I get it, but putting that scorecard aside, I think Triple G won that first fight, but Canelo still looked good. Like he didn't look bad. Canelo did not look bad against Triple G either way. But the second one, I was like, damn, this motherfucker really came forward the whole time. This dude really came in and gave it to Triple G the way Triple G and his trainer claimed Canelo couldn't do it. Canelo was not Mexican style. Canelo could never fight Triple G going forward, Mexican style, phone booth style. No, and he did, and he squared up, and they had no answers. So, and then I didn't like the Rocky Fielding fight, but then the Jacobs fight. A lot of people did not like the Jacobs fight. A lot of people were like, oh, Triple G. I mean, Canelo is just, he boring. He couldn't do shit against Jacobs. Like Jacobs got robbed. So many people on Facebook were like Jacobs got robbed. And in my head, I was like, what? Even to me, the scorecards were close because their scorecards I think were like 115, 113. And I don't know if I was just drunk that day because I just had my my university banquet, so maybe I was drunk. I don't know, but it was not that close to me. Like to me, those were close. Those scorecards were close. Canelo looked so good defensive wise. Jacobs only looked good in the 8th round, in my opinion. He had the huge size advantage. He didn't impose it. He wasn't aggressive at all. He didn't do shit. So I'm like, I was so disappointed in Jacobs because I knew that he came in over the weight limit. and he had to pay like $1 million extra to come in heavy. And I'm like, ooh, this dude paid, like, let them take the money just so he can come in heavy. Ooh, this is gonna be a good fight. This is just gonna be imposing his size advantage. What happened? None of that. He didn't impose his size advantage. He didn't do nothing. I did not like that, but I did really appreciate Canelo's head movement and waist movement, and his counters were just beautiful that fight. So I just really liked that fight. The Triple G fights and then the Jacobs fight were really good for me. That's proved to me that Canelo is on his way of being elite. WBA Ring 168 champ Callum Smith would be a good. I think that'd be the best opponent for Canelo right now, Celtic, because we know that Canelo already beat Liam Smith, which is Callum Smith's brother. So just like he beat the Cotto brothers, he could be like, look, I beat both the Cotto brothers. Now I'm gonna go beat both the Smith brothers, and then that would be a huge fight in England. That'd be huge. I mean, right now, Callum Smith doesn't have that good of a rep because a lot of people thought he lost his fight against Ryder. He had a title defense against Ryder in his last fight, and most people think Ryder beat him. So right now, a lot of people don't have the best perception of Callum Smith, but I still thought that would still be a great fight in the UK for Canelo, and I think he could definitely beat him. Sound weird because I say you always can't talk. I never said what. When did I say anybody was weird? Are you the one that was being rapey, or you're the one that was being rapey? No, I'm just said. I'm not even gonna answer that. Canelo beats both Charlos simultaneously. Imagine both Charlos at the same time. Remember when Lomachenko joked about that because he was gonna defend his title against Krolla, and I think there was somebody else like, no, wait, I'm the mandatory. And I was like, I'll fight them both the same night, like at the same time. I don't even care. Who's pound for pound number one? Loma, Canelo, Pac-Man. I don't have number ones. I just have them like you rank them. I don't know. I think you could definitely make a case for all of them. Yeah, Canelo beating the Charlos even has a good chance against no, EJ. Who's EJ? Who's EJ? Can you tell me who EJ is, please? I say Loma right now. What do you think of Zurdo Ramirez? Zurdo Ramirez, who? We haven't seen him in a long ass time. I think Zurdo right now has a little bit of beef with Top Rank and ESPN. They're just not going public with it. But I think what Zurdo's doing right now is what Mikey did with Top Rank. He's just not fighting and he's kind of just sitting it out. You know what I mean? Um, because for a while, Bob Arum had Zurdo Ramirez right here. Right here. He's like, oh, Zurdo, Zurdo, Zurdo. And all of a sudden, he just fell off the fucking earth. And I know he had a baby. I know Zurdo Ramirez had a baby, but I don't think that's going to stop him from fighting. Bivol should be Canelo's opponent. I would love that fight, Gabriel. I would love Bivol against Canelo. Um, Mikey versus Loma. I think that train has passed. I interviewed Mikey about that, and he said Lomachenko has his own agenda that doesn't seem to include him. And they're both obviously different weight classes now. I don't know if Mikey's obviously wants to stay at campaign at 147. I think 140 is better. Can he come down all the way to 135 again? Well, in my opinion, 135 is already too high for Loma. Loma should be at 130. But, I don't know. They're both in their own uh, path, and I don't think they're going to cross. The first fight you can argue for Triple G's first fight. No way Canelo beat Triple G in the second fight. I don't like the look at his face argument because a lot of people have like more I think more of a sensitive face. That is a good argument, but not all the time, because sometimes people have just better genes that they don't get as beat up, like as bruised, as bumpy, but some people do. But a good point to bring up is that no one had that type of success with Triple G before, Bivol wants to come down to 168. Gabriel, I think Bivol should have been 168. He's small. He's a small guy. He would spar Benavides, and he's way smaller than Benavides. Benavides is a tall dude. And Bivol's way smaller than Benavides. Canelo would not last up there. His stamina is too. Stamina? The people are still bringing up stamina problems against Canelo. I thought that was like 2010 shit. To this day, people are still bringing up. Oh, Lord, jeez. Let me guess. Next time you're going to call him flat-footed too? That's still going around? Canelo passed Chavez, and Chavez in every aspect. Wait, Chavez Sr.? I don't know about all that. Hello, Paul. It's false, bro. We know you have learning. Hello. Berta. Yeah, Bertabiev, no one's beating Bertabiev. Nobody beat Bertabiev in the amateurs, and no one's gonna beat him right now. Bertabiev is just the only person I thought could beat Bertabiev was the nail Bostic, and we saw what happened there. That was probably one of my favorite fights of 2019, y'all. I love Bertabiev versus Bostic. That was one of my favorite fights because I love them both. I love both of those guys. I'm like, damn, this 50-50. And the only reason why I'm like, it's 60-40 for Bertabiev was because beat everybody in the amateurs. He beat Kovalev several times in the amateurs. He beat Volstick in the amateurs. He beat Bol in the amateurs. This motherfucker beat everybody in the amateurs. So I'm like, would they beat him now in the, would they beat him now in the pros? They didn't, and we saw he got. I was a little bit mad that fight because I wish Teddy Atlas would have stopped that fight earlier because Volstick was getting his ass beat like towards the end rounds. Like I didn't like that, especially after everything that happened. I felt like they should have stopped it. Oh, man, I'm way behind in the comments again. I'm so sorry, y'all. Oh, Lord Jesus. Who's winning Daniel Jacobs is Chris Eubank Jr. Jacobs. Um, except for Mayweather versus Pacquiao fight, I watched the last 5 fights of Mayweather's career in theaters. Always aim for the theater price over the. Oh, I like movie theaters because I took in a flask and I didn't even notice. Do you think Ortiz beats Thurman or Crawford? I don't know about Crawford yet, but I think he beats Thurman. I think Virgil, he's a real deal, y'all. And I think he's high risk, low reward to the A list, B list guys right now on PBC or just in the welterweight division, period. Because they're gonna be like, oh, he's too green. That's the I don't want to say excuse, but that'd be the reasoning to not get into the ring with Virgil Ortiz because Virgil Ortiz is very high risk, low reward. So they'll just be like, whatever, like he's too green. But I think he does beat Thurman. I don't know about Crawford. Crawford's a whole different level. I think Virgil can definitely get there, but he needs to go 12 rounds. The kid has never even gone 12 rounds. Not his fault. All his fucking opponents fold within 5. All his opponents fold. So it's not his fault that he hasn't gone past 5 fucking rounds or 6 rounds, but maybe eventually he'll get there. I wouldn't blame him. I would like to see you box Claressa Shields. Claressa Shields will beat my ass. Canelo versus Smith at 168. Yes. Caleb Smith, Patrick. I agree. Mikey is not for 1-7. He's a bad. Yeah, I'm not saying he's not bad. I just wish he would go down. Canelo's now in his prime. Yes, he is. Canelo wins Smitty. Good matchup. Yeah. Oh, man. I don't know about that one. Who Naoya Inoue fight next? Well, he was supposed to fight Casemiro. No, Inoue was supposed to fight Casemiro in Las Vegas, if I'm not mistaken, in May. And that's obviously not going to happen anymore because of the coronavirus. Caleb, of course, the one that legit at 168. Throw them in a beat as planned. I still got Triple G winning both fights against Canelo. I don't blame you. Everybody has, their opinions. Same second fight changed my view of him totally. Yes, Canelo, honestly, like after that fight, I was like, damn, this kid is really the real deal. Do you think Usyk could beat Tyson Fury and Joshua? Could he possibly? I don't know though, because Usyk's merge into the heavyweight division has been really weird because he got injured after he had said that he was gonna move up, and then his opponent fell off, and then he got injured again, and then another opponent, and then he got injured again, and it's like now the coronavirus, and it's like damn, like he just can't catch a break. I think he has more of a chance of beating Joshua than he has Fury. Canelo Triple G so on the second fight. I don't know about all that. Little G only kill lower level fighters. I don't think that either. Yeah, that was supposed to be happening, but Kellen Smith's best win was against Rocky Fielding. Why do people keep saying Kellen Smith? I think because Eddie Hearns, is bringing the UK people to the US market, and Kellen Smith is one of those guys. So I think that's why. No, didn't Kellen Smith beat George Groves or something like that? Isn't that how he won the WBSS? I'm pretty sure Kellen Smith he's the one that won the World Boxing Super Series, right? For 168. I'm pretty sure. Hopefully, no more sellouts. The dudes are taller than Canelo. They better be easily. Yeah, they should, but you think they should. I think it's the Cruan Canelo versus. I don't like fantasy matchups. Yo, what's popping? Canelo only got one cherry left. 2012 Mayweather versus 2018 Canelo. Who wins? I don't like fantasy matchups. Hola, saludos desde Laredo, Texas. Lily, can you please stand up and get. I'm blocking this guy. What a weirdo. How do you get into boxing? My dad. Canelo versus Derevyanchenko. Oh, that'd be a really good fight, Canelo versus Derevyanchenko. No, I don't think that would happen because, again, Derevyanchenko doesn't have a belt. Derevyanchenko has fought for the IBF, I believe, 3 times or twice? No, twice. Against Jacobs, and then, which he lost majority decision, and then against Triple G. But I don't know. That'd be a really good fight. I don't think Canelo would fight him, though, because he has no belt, so why would he fight him? At what age did you start watching boxing? I don't remember what age. I just remember I used to watch it with my dad. Errol Spence. EJ is Errol Spence. Okay. Errol Spence Jr. Okay. I think that fight definitely happens later on. Canelo versus Errol Spence at 160 or 168, because we all know Errol Spence is a bigger dude. I think that fight happens. Better be a Sultan, we both combined. Yes, I agree, Brian. I do think he does. I just want to see all the other middleweights fight each other. Yes, see, thank you, Brian. I think that's why I'm so annoyed, because I get people that don't like Canelo. I get it. You don't like him. I get it. It's justified. Trust me, I get it. But you guys don't jump. You guys don't have the same energy towards the other guys. Why are they all, the middleweights and the super middleweights, just waiting around like, okay, when's Canelo gonna pick me? When's Canelo gonna fight me? When's Canelo gonna pick me next? Why don't they just fight each other in the meanwhile? They don't, and that's what irks the shit out of me, because Canelo gets all the heat because of his whatever opponent he picks, he's gonna get heat. Meanwhile, all the other guys are just sitting around fighting whoever the fuck without getting any like hate. They just, I mean, I'm not saying hate them, because whatever, they pick whoever the fuck they want to fight. But don't, why? Like, I don't get it. These guys are not fighting each other, and Canelo's getting criticized for not fighting Boo Boo, for not fighting Charlo. But why don't Boo Boo and Charlo fight each other? They're not fighting each other. Jacobs is not fighting any of the other guys, top guys at middleweight. Same with the 168 guys. Yeah, okay, Canelo, he's not picking this guy. He's not picking. Are they fighting each other? No, it's fucking annoying. Canelo's at top of the food chain. Canelo's footwork is comical. I bet yours is better. I bet. Who do you think would win between Andy Ruiz and? I think I would have to give it to Luis Ortiz, just based on their last performances. Now I know Ortiz has gotten knocked out twice by Wilder, but it's Wilder. 99% of Wilder's opponents have gotten knocked the fuck out. So I still think Ortiz was beating Wilder up until getting knocked the fuck out. So I'm gonna have to go with Luis Ortiz, even though he's old. You think Canelo could beat Berdabiev? No. Usyk, why are you guys? Usyk is a heavyweight now. Why would you put him against a light heavyweight? I don't understand. Y'all are weird sometimes. Canelo's a pace of boxing. Who will beat him? Yes, Berdabiev has stronger pressure than Triple G, and he's also bigger and he's also stronger. Berdabiev does not have a weak chin. I don't think Sergey Derevyanchenko versus Canelo is possible until Sergey has a belt. I don't think Canelo's gonna fight anybody without a belt. Crawfish is just slappy hook puncher like Wilder. Crawfish. Is that supposed to be Crawford? Ortiz will KO Pac-Man right now, just like Frankie Gomez used to. What? David, thank you for the tip. Y'all are awesome. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Thank you. That guy was tripping. He's weird. I don't even know. Your boy speaks Spanish? What boy? Have you ever met Adrien Jimenez? Twins? Yes, I have. Sorry. Oh my God. I don't know how to do this. I don't give a damn. I want to see every boxer fight below, no matter the weight class. See, that'd be cool, like tournaments. Like, like the World Boxing Super Series. That's pretty cool. Like tournaments, like make them fight each other. Like make these motherfuckers fight each other. That's why I believe there should only be one belt, and that way maybe they'll fight each other. We had another Super Boxing. Yeah, I Super Six. That was awesome. Jacob versus Adrien. That's a really good fight. I don't know. It depends on what weight class because Jacobs I don't think can make 160 anymore. That's a good ass fight though. I'm sorry, I accidentally like took a person away that I wasn't supposed to because I don't know how to work this. So Luca, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. You play Fortnite on Twitch? On Switch? No, I don't play Fortnite. All I play is Animal Crossing.
I play Fortnite.
My son plays Fortnite and he has a PlayStation. What's your PlayStation gamer tag?
Huh?
What's your PlayStation gamer tag? Your username?
For Fortnite?
Yeah.
Yeah, you mean?
I'm sorry, Luca. I didn't mean to give you a timeout. Where does Jesse Vargas go? Who does she? Honestly, that fight made me feel all types of way for Jesse Vargas because I'm not gonna lie, I've never liked Jesse Vargas. I never thought he was anything special. I know he's a two-time world champ or two-division world champ. Cool. I never thought he was a great A-level guy. B-level, sure. A-level, no. But it made me feel sad because I'm like, yo, Jesse went to the zone, and there's literally no one he could fight there in that in the zone. There's nobody for him. So Eddie Hearn had to pay Mikey, pay him a shit ton of money just so he can come and fight, give him a fight against Jesse Vargas. And then he beats him. And in my head, I'm just like, oh, like imagine being with the zone and you don't have any people to fight there usually. There's no one that easy to pair with in that division. And then when Eddie Hearn goes out of his way to pay somebody a lot of money I'm pretty sure Eddie just wants Mikey in the zone. Like that's the main thing. But you put him against one of your day one guys because Jesse was one of the first guys to sign to the zone. And then he gets beat up by the outside guy, Same with Chocolatito. Chocolatito does not fight on the zone. He's not a the zone guy, but here goes Eddie Hearn bringing a guy to fight his guy. Why the fuck can't I remember the name right now? You guys know who the fuck I mean. He was supposed to fight Estrada, the guy that just fought Chocolatito. What's his name? Yafai. Cal Yafai. He was supposed to, same thing. He was supposed to fight Estrada, who's also in the zone, but Estrada got injured. All this shit happened, so Chocolatito's next. You bring in another guy, and that guy fucks up your guy. You one of your day one guys, because again, I'm pretty sure Eddie Hearn was with Cal Yafai since his pro debut. So Jesse, I don't know, where does he go from here? I don't know. 147. I think he should go back to 154. Who knows? I don't. There was talks about Munguia versus Jesse. Make that. That'd be pretty interesting, right? Like Munguia versus Jesse. Weren't they talking about that? Munguia versus Jesse fighting each other. Why don't I like fantasy? I just don't. Like every time I see people talk about fantasy matchups, everybody gets butthurt. Everybody's like, "No, I'm right, and this is what I'm saying, and you're wrong." And it's like, we'll never know. Why are you guys getting worked up? And you could never know because it's never gonna happen. And then when you guys say, "Oh, Canelo versus whatever the fuck," or the heavyweights now versus the heavyweights then, we'll never know. Like you can't really. I don't know. I think they're necessary, but I mean I don't shit on people who use them. I just noticed that every time people are getting worked up over it, and it's like, why are y'all getting worked up over a fantasy matchup? It's never gonna happen. We need a super. Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. I'm telling y'all, Justin, make them fight each other. One belt and that's it. Do you own a George Foreman grill? David, I used to have a George Foreman grill. And I used to make paninis on it. But the only thing I remember about the George Foreman grill, do you guys watch The Office? When Michael Scott burns his foot because he makes bacon in a George Foreman grill next to his bed and he accidentally stepped on it. Oh my god, I love that episode. George Foreman grill. Yeah, Patrick. I never got what was the hype with Jesse Vargas. Against the ropes, Jesse Vargas is not the GOAT. Y'all are just trolling. Vargas is listed 5'10". He should move up to 154. Here. You think Garcia, Davis, or Haney got a chance against Lomachenko? Do they got a chance? Most definitely. I think everybody has a chance against Lomachenko, especially they fight him the way that, what's his name? Luke Campbell fought him. Kind of like Salido without the headbutts and the low blows and the clinching. They do, I think. But Haney, in my opinion, is still green. And Gervonta, he's not disciplined. So I think Mikey's the one that has the most chance against because he's bigger. So you're saying PBC's narcissistic and they just why do you guys do that? Y'all are fucking mad weird. Putting shit. When have I said that? You were saying PBC is narcissistic. Did anybody raise your hand? Have anybody heard me say that? Y'all love to spin your own narratives and draw your own conclusions from shit. Like I could say the sky is blue and you guys, so are you saying that it's not red because it's blah 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 blah? Like you guys spin it, whatever I say, to your own agendas and your own little ideas in your head. Y'all can do that. Just don't post it on here. I was there live. I agree. Jesse's an entertaining fighter, but he got set up. Yeah, I was covering that fight. I went to Dallas for that fight. It was pretty fun. I really liked Dallas. It was a really nice atmosphere there, and it was a really nice venue, a small venue. What up, New Leaf? Vargas versus Broner 2. Bro, we should get at this point, fuck it. Let's get Vargas versus Broner 2. Like, it was a draw. How did you guys have Vargas? It was weird because Vargas was doing really good the first six, and then, like, after the sixth round, like, Broner was putting hands on him. And that's crazy to me because literally Broner only let his hands go against Vargas. Like, Vargas is the only guy post-Maidana era that got, that got his shit handed to him by Broner. Broner hasn't done shit post Maidana era. And Jesse got all the smoke from Broner past the sixth round. Yeah, crazy. That's crazy. What do you think about Jose Ramirez? I think I already said that. Zurdo? Yeah. Jose Ramirez, 140. Oh, I love Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez is a badass dude. He's from like Fresno area. I know he does a lot for the community out there. I always see that he's helping out hospitals and giving out a lot of fundraising events. Like, I love that guy, and I do think he's a real deal. The way he took care of Maurice Hooker was great. That was one of my favorite fights last year too. Maurice Hooker versus Jose Ramirez, and I really liked that. It was a co-promotion. It was really really good. I love that fight, y'all. I love Maurice Hooker versus Jose Ramirez because when it was in the middle of the ring, like Maurice Hooker was handing it to Jose Ramirez, and as soon as they stepped against the ropes, it was all fucking Jose Ramirez. I love Jose Ramirez. I think he does. I think he beats Regis Prograis too. I think he's a good. That's a good dude right there. Can I box your box? No, sorry, it's closed for business. You like The Office? That's cool. I love The Office. It's funny. Who do you think are the best twins in boxing right now? I think they're from Maidana Jimenez. I think so too. Would you get mad if I lick my dancer with your eyebrows? No, you can't. Look it. You can't. My eyebrows. I use setting spray. So you can take me swimming, I'll go swimming, I'll go anywhere. The shit ain't coming off, my bro. Catfishing 101 has evolved. You can't just take a girl swimming anymore and her eyebrows ain't going nowhere. Going nowhere. You can take me swimming, take me water drafting, whatever they call it. Take me to the lake. These aren't coming off. Are you surprised the Jake Paul video went viral has 1 million views? Kind of, because I was there for somebody else. Like, I wasn't there for my channel. I was there for another channel who paid me to be there to get them content. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll post this because honestly, I didn't like that the video went viral because that's not the audience that I want. Sure, the video goes viral, but I also gained like some subscribers. I think I gained like 400 subscribers for that. And I'm like, why are these people subscribing to me? I don't make content like that. I'm not gonna talk about, Jake Paul or whatever his fucking name is. So I don't know. Probably they already unsubscribed. I don't mind it. I don't make content for them. So am I surprised? Yes and no. You like The Office? That's cool. I didn't hear you say that. What? I know, right? But I know people are being crazy. Round of applause for hitting that million views. I wish it was on like an actual interview, cause yeah, not to toot my own motherfucking horn, but to toot. I have really good interviews on this channel, and I wish those would get a million views, not some fucking YouTuber kid. Broner Soler is still relevant, win or lose. Yeah, see, I agree. I think Broner should keep getting fights, but not pay per views and not getting paid that much because we're rewarding him for like being an asshole and like not being disciplined, and it's basically we're paying Broner to be funny, during the pressers and during the weigh-in, so he can say funny shit. But I don't think he should. We should still give him that much time a day to where he gets so much money, he gets big fights, just for him to not perform. You know what I mean? I want to go to Fresno. See, me too. I was actually supposed to go to one of his fights in Fresno, and then I ended up not being able to. But he fights a lot at the Save Mart Center. Is it called? Thoughts on BJ Sanders, Canelo, or Triple G? BJ Sanders has been lackluster to me. Since he moved to 168, so I don't really care for him. Tex-Mex, Los Patrios, Tex-Mex. What do you mean Tex-Mex? Swimming later, Purple. Bye. I think Canelo wins both fights against BJ Sanders. I think so too. Goodbye, evening from the UK. Broner versus Leonard pay per view. Hello, UK from Colorado. Broner can't throw a punch. I honestly forgot about him. You know what I forget about? Broner fought Mikey. You guys, it's like a dream. Like I can't believe that happened. Broner fought Mikey Garcia, and to me, like that's one thing that I'm like, wow, that happened, and I barely ever have recollection of that. That happened. I'm like, wow, I don't remember that very much. Broner Leonard. Oh God, is not. Have you guys seen the video where like Leonard is like rubbing Floyd's chest and his face is like, that's just creepy. Are you friends with Cynthia Conte from Ring? Yes, Cynthia is one of the best people I ever met. She's an amazing girl. We drink wine together and eat cheese together. She's amazing. I love Cynthia. She has an amazing personality, both working and as a person. She's a badass girl. You guys should subscribe to her channel. It is The Real Fight Girl. She also has a lot of good interviews. You guys should definitely go give her a subscribe, a like. I love Cynthia. Do you think Italian Tyson on the level of Virgil? Italian Tyson is on the verge. Well, they're different weight classes, Virgil and Jose Ramirez now, but I don't know. Honestly, what? When I got schooled by Mikey, dude, that shit was a fucking clinic. Bono actually has a very good resume. He just doesn't win. That's true. He does have some really good names on his resume. They just not been. He's not been the most successful. That's fucked up. Maidana has Mayweather's tooth in his chain. See, Daniel, we were actually talking about that earlier about Maidana saying he has Mayweather's tooth on his chain, if that's true or not, because someone here said that Floyd said that that's not true, and then we just wouldn't we have heard about this when the fight happened and not like right now, barely. I don't know. Pack Porter, Mikey, Maidana. That's a he has that Ashley Theophane guy too from Theophane is that his name? Ashley something from the UK. Do you think she's the pound for pound best everything? She's the only good thing that the zone has. Claudia Trejos is the only fucking person that knows what the fuck they're talking about on the zone commentary. Like the only thing I don't like is um in between round no when they do interviews while like what do they call like during the fight like when they do interviews during the fight. I don't like that. She's always bugging the trainers, but I'm pretty sure it's not her fault. I'm pretty sure they make her do that. Like, hey, go interview the trainer right now, even though he's supposed to be watching what his fighter's doing. I don't like that. I don't like in-fight interviews. Stop interviewing the fucking trainers, the corner in general, when there's the fight going on. Interview them after or before. I'm pretty sure that's not her fault. I just don't like that. But Claudia Trejos is the fucking goat. I love her, and that bitch is amazing. So I love her. Broner dropped Porter 2 in the 12. Dude, I watched that fight in Fresno. I was in Fresno and I watched Broner versus Porter. It was my uncle's birthday and we were watching that shit. I remember that like it was yesterday. Yeah, DAZN commentating is trash. Like I don't know. I don't like that. I love Claudia. Claudia Trejos is honestly the real deal. I can't. I'm so happy when I first found out she was in the zone because I didn't like how they were treated on ESPN. She usually hop on like ESPN and A Los Golpes and like all these programs on ESPN and like she'd get like disrespected by a bunch of the guys. Like I remember at one point it was her, Chavez Senior, and like Bernardo Zuna, the typical guys from ESPN boxing. And whatever she would say, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, whatever." Like they'd kind of just be like, "Yeah, whatever, bitch, shut the fuck up." Like they'd be very dismissive towards her, and I'd get so mad. Like I'd be watching, and be like, "Man, let my girl talk." Like, but it's a very male dominated field, so they were just being like, "Yeah, whatever, bitch." Like that's how they were, and like we say in Mexico, le estaban dando el avión. They'd be like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." Like you said what you had to say, and I get the fuck out of here. They would not give her the time of day. So that's why I'm like, oh, I love that in the zone. She has a better role. She's talking more. She even has like appearances on the little documentaries that they have. I love Claudia Trejo. I think it's great that she's on the zone, and honestly, she's the best freaking. I think she's the best thing that they have. you know, if Tank Tyson beats Virgil Ortiz, I would have to really, I have to like really, really, really see him. I would have to really be like watching his fights back to back to back to back to back. Yeah, it was Baron Sergio Mores and the best. The what is it called? The Latin snake? Is that what they call him? Something like that. His hair used to be fucking funny to me. Chavez Senior should be in hiding. Wait, why? Why should he be hiding? What do you do? We need you on the zone. I think eventually I want to merge. Hopefully, when all this is over, I can go back to covering fights and slowly make a name for myself. But I would have to like work really hard on not cussing because I cuss sometimes, and I gotta work on that. But I would love to. I mean, gotta start slow. I just graduated, so I just graduated and this shit happened, and it's like, what the fuck? Let me find a fucking job. But I've been doing really well. I've been doing pretty well, interviews and finally getting the groove of things. And then this happened. So hopefully after this is over, I can go back to covering fights and getting interviews for you guys and getting more content, building more of a rapport with fighters and becoming. I have a lot of fighters who are friends with me, and maybe then I could get like more exclusive stuff. Should Sam Farmer get an immediate rematch? No, I don't know. Eh, I feel like he should fight Gervontas and see when they're supposedly fighting so bad. Italian Ricky. Well, I'll be excited to see where you go. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hopefully, I go somewhere. There's only one Tyson. There's only one. Remember when Eddie Hearn used to make fun of Wilder because he say that there's only one Deontay Wilder. They're crazy. Greetings from Germany. Yay! Germany. I have people from Germany here. Hello. I heard Germany has beer in the McDonald's. Is that true? Italian Tyson is a bum backyard fighter on YouTube. Y'all are so mean sometimes. You guys are mean. Why are you guys being mean? There's only one bronze bomber. Well, now a lot of people are discussing if Wilder should have an immediate rematch, but it's true, like he's already exercising his rematch clause. But in my opinion, it's like a lot of people are like, oh, Wilder should let to step aside and let Fury and Joshua fight each other. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, no offense, I personally don't think Anthony Joshua is going to want to fight Tyson Fury right now. He just got his belts back from Andy Ruiz. And I don't think he's gonna be like, oh, I just got my belt back. Well, yeah, I would love to take another big old fight that I can possibly lose really, really badly. Like I don't think he's gonna do that. I don't I don't think AJ would be like, yo, let me just go into this big ass fight, even though I just got my belts back. No, I don't think he does that. I don't think he does that. But if he doesn't, I'd be really surprised and props to him. But I just don't think he would do that. Yes, it's true. Spain has beer at McDonald's too. What? That's crazy. Why can't this fucking McDonald's here is ratchet? Why can't we have beer? Teddy Atlas, lover of hate, I enjoy his style. Teddy is fucking hilarious. Remember my favorite Teddy? I have so many favorite Teddy Atlas moments. Remember where Teddy Atlas was in Povetkin's corner, and Povetkin was about to lose, like he was getting whooped, and then I think his father had just passed away, and Teddy Atlas is like, "Hey, your dad's watching you right now. Like you need to win this for your dad, and you need to become champ for your dad." And he won. Like right after he told him that, he won. And I'm like, yo, he's really great at like making cool ass like in between round pep talks. Because remember, we are firemen with Timothy Brennan. Like, we are firemen. We're not scared of the fire. We ran to the fire. We are firemen. Remember that, yo? Like, come on. Like Teddy Atlas, and then Teddy Atlas when when Pacquiao versus Horn. Remember at the end, like Pacquiao and Horn were like next to each other interviewing for the ESPN uh, televised thing, and then he's like, "I'm real happy for you, Horn, but I think you lost. Like you didn't beat Pacquiao." And Pacquiao's face was hilarious because he just laughed, you know. And it's like that. He's like the Kanye West of boxing because like, hey, I'm real happy for you, and I'm gonna let you finish, but you lost. But I think you lost. He told that to Jeff Horn after the Pacquiao fight, and then he got kicked off the commentating team after that. I'm like, man, y'all let Teddy Atlas do his thing, man. He's so funny. Wilder versus AJ is a fight to make, period. I don't want a third fight against Fury. Yes, you know what, Tom? You're the first person who agrees with me. I think so too. In my opinion, it's like, I don't care. They both have lost already. They both have gotten knocked out. And this is the crazy part. They both have gotten knocked out. You know, they got knocked out in the third round, and they both got knocked out in the seventh round. To me, that's a little, those coincidences like really fuck me up sometimes. Like they creep me out sometimes. So I'm like, oh my god, they should fight each other. I don't care if they all lost already, like they each lost already, and I would still love that fight. Like I would love to see them fight, just fight each other. I don't care who lost, who won. Southern Fury should fight Andy Ruiz next. I don't think Andy Ruiz deserves that fight right now because one of the reign he had Wilder definitely should get rematch. People would be his preferred opposite because they don't think he'll win. Yeah, I mean, I just think he lost both fights. So he lost both ways. He lost by being outboxed and he lost by being knocked out. So Tyson Fury already beat him twice, different ways. So I just don't see why a third fight is, Who's on your music playing that you listen to the most in Spanish and English? Who's in your music? Oh, I listen to a lot of different things. I listen to metal, alternative, indie. I listen to corridos. I listen to banda. I listen to rock en español. I listen to everything, like literally everything. I listen to a bunch of paisa shit. Joshua's the golden egg for Matchroom. Wouldn't they be in a rush to win? Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Thank you for saying that, Boxing Report UK, because a lot of people. That's my main point. Why I don't think he'll fight Fury either. He's not gonna fight Fury, and he's not gonna fight Wilder. He just got his belt back. He's gonna take fights like Quebec. I mean, Pulev, and who knows what else. Can you please lower that? We are firemen. We're not. We run to the fire. I remember that boss move. Fury versus Luis in Mexico would be fire. In Mexico, what? I don't think, yo, the Mexico fight would be for all of us to go over there. The people in Mexico cannot afford tickets to boxing events that huge. Excited to be done with Zipper 19. I know, dude. Uh, the weekend cannot come soon enough. Like, I have my Animal Crossing right here. I hate him. He needs to go. We don't feel the heat. AJ Fury would be the biggest fight in UK history, make a trilogy and make a billions. But would it be okay? That's the thing against the ropes. Would that be trilogy content though? Would it require a trilogy? That's the thing, because we see Joshua get tagged a lot. He got knocked down by Klitschko. He got hurt with Povetkin in the early rounds. We saw what Ruiz did to him. So it's like, do you think that would be a trilogy thing? Like, I don't know. It would have to be the same way with the Wilder thing, where one of them gets knocked out or knocked down, and then he magically gets up, and then the second fight, and then other than that, I feel like it would just be one or the other. I respect Wilder, but he's really not that good, to be honest. Well, I don't want to say he's not that good because off one loss, because he still had so many wins, and then he's an Olympian. So I don't like to say, "Oh, Wilder, he sucks," or "He's not that great because he lost once." No, I still think he's pretty good, and he still has that power. So anybody could still get caught by that. Teddy said on ESPN, if they put AJ versus Fury together, match room is gonna need a bigger bone. Reese is tailor made for Fury. I would love to see Reese. But White, I don't know. I never liked White. I don't like his attitude. I don't like a bunch of weird stuff that he does. He's had some impressive knockouts, but he's also looked like shit a lot. Same, I listen to everything really metal R&B at the moment. Um, at the moment, I listen to Bad Bunny. I'm sorry. Like, I really like his album. And I had never really listened to his stuff before, but I heard his album, and right now I listen to Bad Bunny most of the time. And I don't really listen to music because I only listen to music when I'm driving, and right now I'm not fucking going nowhere. So, like, I haven't put gas in my car in like months. I haven't left this house in weeks. Almost, I think I haven't. It's been over a month I haven't left this fucking house. So I don't really listen to music. I'm just usually streaming something or watching movies with my kids or playing this thing that has taken over my fucking life. Joshua Fury, Chisora Usyk, why destroy Wilder? Destroy? I don't think Joshua. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Fury, we already seen it. I think at this point we could argue anybody could beat Wilder, but I don't think out of one loss we could say that everybody else could beat him. Because nobody's ever made him look like that. Oh, they made him like, I mean, outboxed him, but no one's ever knocked him out like that or toyed around with him like that. Yeah, yeah. I don't Chisora. I like Chisora because he's fought everybody, and he brings a fight. But I don't know about beating Wilder. What about Bernabe versus Canelo? Ha ha ha. No, we've been talking about this. There's no reason why Canelo should fight Bernabe. Why? There's so much competition 160, 168. Why fight Bernabe? What would that prove? Nothing. You probably get killed. I would Fury would do pretty much the same Joshua as Wilder. Yeah, I think he would. Yeah, yeah. I have to agree. I have to agree. He would definitely beat them the same way. And yes, they have different styles. But as we saw with with Andy, especially in the second fight, Joshua thinks he can just jab away and jab away and jab away. But with Fury, you got somebody else. He's not 400 fucking pounds. He's more agile. He's like a gazelle in the ring. He's not Andy, 400 fucking pounds. I can't face you. You know. He had one against low level opposition. His best one was against Ortiz, but they were in his weight class. I don't know. I'm not gonna argue with that. I don't like White either. I just don't like him. Like, to me, he has a shitty attitude. I don't like him. Have you noticed the quarantine farts are the worst? Maybe that's probably why we're eating a bunch of weird. Like, we're eating more than usual. Like me, I'd have like a full ass day where I just wake up. I would rarely have breakfast, just coffee, go out, do shit, do shit, do shit, do shit. Okay, whatever. Sometimes I would bartend like twice a week. And like I would eat like one meal a day. Now we're home, we're like cooking, 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 cooking. So that's probably why. But I haven't felt that because I cook, so I eat a lot of like normal food. I don't eat out much or like get food delivered or stuff like that. But I think it's mostly depends on your diet. But I could see why that would happen because you're eating more than usual and you're probably drinking more than usual. Because what the fuck is there to do? How many machetes do you own? Actually, surprisingly, just one, and I brought it from Mexico and didn't even see it. I got it in Mexico, and it was under my car. And the migras, when we were crossing, they were like checking my car, and they didn't tell me nothing about the machete. I had a fucking big ass machete in my car, and they didn't tell me anything. They were tripping more about the tequila bottles because they're like, "Oh, it was just me and my mom," and they're like, "Oh, how many bottles do you guys have?" We're like, "4," because it's two per person. And they're like, "Well, what are the rules to bring? Do you guys know the rules to bring liquor into the U.S.?" And we're like, "Yeah, we think so. We think it's two per person." They're like, "Well, if you weren't sure, why would you buy more than one?" And I'm just like, "Is it or is it not, bitch?" It was a stupid ass migra that was just being a fucking asshole. But he was tripping about the liquor bottles, but not about the fucking machete I had in my fucking car. Can you believe that shit? Fucking weird. What is a clown but a fight against Ruiz? Yeah, yeah. I would like. I would still like to see that fight. I just don't like his attitude. ¿Le bajas, papi?
Oh,
Dylan White would make Wilder his son. I don't know about all that. I really don't know about all that. Why just complains too much from me? He's just a clown, and then he got like popped for shit, and we never got the B sample. Like they never spoke up on it anymore. Más, papi. Más, bájale más. Thank you. So I just don't like that. If you haven't talked about it, is your opinion Maidana's return? He lost over 100 pounds. You know what? Like, I love Maidana. Maidana's probably one of my favorite fighters of my time, like my generation, me growing up watching boxing. Even though he didn't fight that much, and I wish he would have continued to fight after the Mayweather fight, but I loved his style, and he fought everybody. Ortiz, Khan, he fought fucking Morat. He fought everybody. You know, Mayweather, Broner, he done fought everyone. I love that kid. I love Maidana, but at this point, I feel like him coming back is just not realistic. Like he come back, but I don't see him as an actual competition. Like I think it's just more of like for us, like the entertainment value of it, for us to be like, ooh, I wonder what he's gonna be like, and más like curiosity, and again, entertainment value because I don't think he's gonna fight top level opposition right now. I think he's way past that. And the inactivity, I mean, if inactivity for a couple months takes a big ass toll on fighters, let me tell you, like they've told me the way that they struggle when they've been off the ring for more than 3 months, more than 6 months, you know? So it's like, imagine him that has been years. And yes, you can train, but training is not the same as boxing and, sparring is not the same. So honestly, like I do think it would be off for show. Now I loved Maidana. I would just hate to see him come back just to get hurt. You know what I mean? Or just to fight, I guess like I think come back and fight like the likes of like Ortiz again. Fight Ortiz again. Fuck it. Like fight Ortiz again. Fight fight Broner again. Fuck it. Like just bring back Maidana and make him fight all these guys. Make him fight Victor Ortiz, Bam Bam, like just guys that are just on their way out to. But yeah, I don't know about the current welterweights. I don't think that'd be a good idea for him. David, thank you. Yeah, I love these chats. I'm like, let me go on and talk to the people. It's Saturday. There should be boxing right now. Let's just talk boxing. Why don't you give Canelo any chances for to be? It's just size. It's not just size. It is not just size. No way it's not just size. Bertobiev is a fucking monster. And you guys gotta understand that these Russian guys, Eastern European guys, they don't fuck around. They have fucking hundreds and hundreds of of amateur fights. And again, it's not just size. It's not just size. Fucking Rocky Fielding was just size. That's it. That's all that dude had against Canelo. Size. And he didn't even utilize it. Bernabe will utilize it. Bernabe will utilize his size advantage, and he will most definitely use his power. It's not just size. Y'all are crazy. It is not just size. Oh, Canelo won a title against Kovalev. Bernabe is also champ, but yeah, I got you. No, I get it, but again, this is all strategic. It's calculated risks. Canelo's not gonna go up against the best fucking 175 guy who murdered every single other fucking. Nobody has beat Bernabe. Not in the amateurs, not in the pros. Like everybody who's a pro right now, 175 lost to Bernabe in the amateurs. Kovalev lost to him. Bivol lost to him. Volsdik had lost to him already. They all lost to him in the amateurs. I don't, and if them who are also champions in their own weight class, who have their own power, Volsdik had him and he couldn't beat him. In my opinion, Volsdik had the best chance to beat Bernabe, and it didn't happen. We all saw what happened there. Joshua gasses in high intensity fights versus Reese, who was able to maintain a steady pace. Um, Wilder would knock out White in the next week. I'm a massive fan of White. Now Box Report UK. I really want to ask you this: what are you guys' thoughts on Joshua winning the fight the way he did? Because I know a lot of people shit on Joshua because he made it a boring fight and he boxed off the jab and he just maintained his distance. But that's the fight he had to fight to win, right? Like Joshua had to fight that way to win. If he stood toe to toe, even if Ruiz was heavy, the same thing would happen. Now, I think Ruiz lost that fight before he even stepped in the ring. But how is the criticism, if any, for Joshua in the UK? Because I don't blame him for fighting the way he did. I know it was not the most entertaining fight, but that's the fight he had to fight to win. I met Maidana 2 times. He lived in Germany years ago. What? He lived in Germany? Dude, I love Maidana. I love him so much. I'm really cool friends with his brother, with Fabian. Fabian used to train out of Legends Boxing, which I used to frequent literally every other day. And he that's his brother, Fabian. He fights at 140, 147 as well. Really cool guy. And like we talk on WhatsApp and stuff. He's awesome. Maybe I'll have him on here. Maybe I'll hit up Fabiana and be like, "Hey, do you want to do like a Skype or like a weird like joint live? I don't know if we could do joint lives on YouTube. I'm gonna check that out, and maybe we can ask him stuff about Maidana. We can ask him about the tooth. Oh my God, yeah. Let's bring in Fabian. I'm gonna text him and be like, "Hey, we should do like a live. You don't have to be in Spanish though, because he only talks Spanish. He talks like the most Argentinian accent ever. Like sometimes I don't know what he's saying. Like when we're talking person, I just be like, huh, oh yeah. But in my head, I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck he said. Yeah, that will sell like hotcakes. Maidana versus Broner too. Yo, that would fill out a whole arena. Saw the eyebrows and I'm gone. Bye. These ain't going nowhere. Unpopular opinion, I think Lopez beats Loma. I don't think that's an unpopular opinion at all. I think a lot of people have Teofimo Lopez beating Lomachenko. Mainly because Lomachenko doesn't do well against pressure fighters. We've seen that. We've seen that. And I wouldn't be surprised if Lopez beats Lomachenko. I think Lomachenko beats Lopez because Lopez is just a little greener. Lomachenko's just on a whole nother fucking level. But he's human. Like especially up in his last fight with Campo, they proved that if you put enough pressure on him, even though he won most of the rounds, like you can put him in certain situations. So I don't mind it. I don't I'm not rooting for anybody specifically. I do think Lomachenko will win at the end of the day. But I do think Lopez is gonna give it a hell of a fight. I do think Lopez is the real deal. Maidana should fight Khan. I would love to see that shit. I would love to see that. Yeah, like just bring Maidana back and fight him Broner, Khan, Ortiz again, like all those guys. Sorry, that's what she said. Oh Lord Jesus. Thank you, Ivan. I really appreciate it. Ivan or Ivan Mora, muchas gracias. What should Khan do? I'm a huge fan of Amir. I'm really. But you could blow a kiss in his direction, you drop him. My grandma could probably drop Amir Khan. See, Amir Khan has always been such a weird topic to me because a lot of people like to discuss his chin. And Amir Khan, if he had a better chin, he'd be like, if he had a regular chin, he'd be like one of the top pound guys because he had a great boxing ability and his hands were just so goddamn fast. Like, I loved Amir Khan, but it's not his chin. Like, if you know you have a fragile chin, why exchange? Like, he would do unnecessary stuff. And if you listen to any interviews with his former trainers, when it was Freddie Roach, when it was Virgil Hunter, um, they complain about that from him, that he doesn't stick to game plan, that he doesn't listen, that he's not disciplined, that he always chooses to engage. I know it was only 3 rounds, but he was doing pretty well against Danny Garcia, and then he just got fucking floored. Like he's just, for somebody who has such a weak chin, you think he had better defense. He doesn't capitalize on defense at all, and he always wants to trade. And that's the thing about American. With American, you can say, hey, at least he was beating everybody before he got knocked the fuck out. Like even with Canelo, I know the fucking judges had Canelo up in the scorecards against American, but I think American was beating him. And I think the reason why he did that with Crawford, because with Crawford he quit. Let's be honest. American quit against Crawford. He's like, oh, my balls. Like, he hit me in the balls. Sure, Jan. Like, okay, he hit you low, but take your fucking 5 minutes and go. Like, and keep going. In my opinion, that's why he quit against Crawford, because he said, hey, in all my other fights, people could argue, fans could argue that I was winning before I got knocked the fuck out. With Crawford, he wasn't winning. Crawford was clowning him. Crawford was making him look dumb at times. So he didn't have that with Crawford. He couldn't have that with Crawford. He couldn't be like, oh, look at me, like I'm beating him before I got knocked the fuck out. So I feel like that's why American did that. If American had discipline, if he didn't have all those scandals that he had in the UK, if he had a better just defense, because it's not even his chin, whatever. You have shitty chin, cool. But let's worry about defense. He doesn't work on that. So I don't know. American would have been pretty great. AJ, who you think wins? Prime? I don't I don't do fantasy matchups. AJ needs to fight Ruiz again because if Ruiz, I don't want to see a third fight. Honestly, I don't think Ruiz deserves a third fight, especially after he's like, this time I'm gonna take it for reals. No, motherfucker, you should have taken it for reals because you made such great history the first time, and you had people counting on you to be better. You had people counting on you to, even if you were to lose, fuck it. Even if you would have got knocked out, fuck it. But make it a good fight and bring the fight. Bring the fucking fight. But he's like, oh, well, I didn't listen to my coach, I didn't listen to my dad, and I was eating too much, and I wasn't training. Like, you were supposed to defend your title, and to me that's just he got comfortable. He's like, whatever, I'm still gonna make money in the second fight regardless of how I do. So fuck it, like I don't care, and I don't think he deserves a second fight. Prove someone from the UK says something positive about Wilder. I know that's the first time I see somebody and honestly say anything nice about Wilder from the UK. But that's good. That means someone's not biased. That means they see boxing collectively and not just for one person. And sad, I didn't have the KK concert today, which pissed me off because the fucking guy CJ for the fishing tourney was here, and I was like, oh, he had to ruin it. So maybe tomorrow. I thought it was a very impressive performance. I never thought Joshua had the ability to stick to game plans so well. Surprised, but the average casual fan in the UK will say he ran scared. Yeah, I don't like the whole he ran argument. They use that a lot with fighters that are most on the defensive side. It's like you have to fight a fight to win. Like it might not be the fight the fans want, but if it's the fight you gotta win, like you can't like just do what the fans want you to do. Klitschko lost to a fat man, and Anthony Joshua lost to a fat man. Hey, but at least Andy Ruiz didn't sing after he won the first time. I know 15-year-olds in my boxing gym that cannot box Wilder. I don't outbox, probably. That thing needs to come back. That will stop Corona. Oh my god, you guys are crazy. Maidana and Khan already fought. Yes, they did, but we would like to see him again. Yes, we know that. Dude, Maidana almost had American. Maidana was this close to knocking American. My favorite part of that fight was when Amir Khan dropped Maidana with a body shot, and he's like fucking swirling on the ground like a salted snail, like he's just squirming on the floor. And then Jim Lamley goes, and he's not gonna be getting up from that one. And he starts getting up. He's like, okay, he's getting up. But like, I love that shit. Like, I just want to make shirts with like funny ass quotes from either boxers or comment like boxing commentary because that's one of my favorite things. If you listen to Jim Lampley on that shit, he's like, and he's not gonna be getting up from that one because he's literally squirming on the floor from how bad that body shot hurt him. And then he's like, that's what I love about Maidana. If you dropped him, he would get up and he'd come at you twice as hard. But he starts getting up and they're like, okay, he's getting up. And I'm like, like he's getting like he ruined it for you. But I love Maidana, dude. I talked about Vitaly Klitschko, not Vladimir. Oh, I love Vitaly. Khan told us he was working on his defense. I believed him when he immediately gets dropped by Crawford. Dude, he got dropped by what's his name? What's his name? Jesus Vargas. He got dropped by the guy that Virgil Ortiz was supposed to fight on March 28th. What was his name? Something Vargas. And American got dropped by that guy. So can you? And that fight was in the UK, if I'm not mistaken. I'm a big fan of American just because he fought everybody and his record's crazy. Yes, American. He never, he never shied away from a fight, and he wanted to fight either Mayweather or Pacquiao, and that never happened. Yeah, he's just cashing out now. So can we get a Josh Warrington and Santa Cruz fight or what? Then I've been fucking waiting for that fight. Probably not anymore because Josh Warrington still wants 26 and Santa Cruz is moving up or had moved up. I think his last fight was at 130 for Santa Cruz, I think. And then he was supposed to fight Gervonta. Remember, they were almost finalized with a Gervonta fight. So I don't think that fight's gonna happen. I would have loved to see also Valdez versus Warrington. I would have loved maybe now Shakur Stevenson versus Warrington. That would be cool too. But Warrington, a lot of people think he lost his last fight, right? His last title defense. A lot of people had the other guy winning. Mayweather wants to fight Khabib in MMA. Damn, really? In an MMA fight? I don't think he would do that. I don't think Floyd would fight anybody in MMA. I really don't think so. He's not going to Floyd would never, in my opinion, make himself look stupid. Like, I don't think he would do that. Unless he would pay Khabib to, like, take a dive. so he could look good. Like make him a like hella millionaire, you know what I mean? Because I mean he doesn't have to do that. Floyd can just fight anybody and make millions. Like he doesn't have to do that. Step in like some ring that he's never stepped in before. And then when I was getting ready for my first unofficial boxing match, I managed to drop down from 250 to 211, and I complain without needing to resort to dieting. Andy Ruiz can do better. Holy shit! How do you guys lose that much weight? You guys are gonna have all the boxers are gonna have to tell me their tricks after quarantine, so I could lose 15 pounds in one day. And this was 2 years ago too. Don't pay Floyd any attention. Floyd will just say anything at this point. Samuel Vargas, yes, Samuel Vargas was the guy that dropped American too. Floyd needs to teach his daughter how to box. I know that way she don't gotta be stabbing people. It's possibly this. Yeah, like that way she doesn't have to stab somebody. Just throw a right cross and knock some bitch out. Throw an uppercut, throw a right hand, knock that bitch out. You don't have to stab somebody, girl. See you next time, David. Thank you for joining the live. Yo, we've been on this stuff for over an hour. Yeah, 85 minutes. That's almost an hour and a half, y'all. So I do appreciate y'all being on here because I was bored as fuck. Like I had nothing to do. It's Saturday. We have nothing to do. We can't go out and drink. So I was like, let me just go get a tall can, 2 tall cans at the liquor store, and then hop on here. I didn't think that y'all would be. I mean, what else would y'all be doing, right? But I was like, oh, maybe we're like, doing other stuff. But I do appreciate you guys being on here and talking boxing with me. Even though there's really no boxing going on. Do you know how to make tres leches? I don't like tres leches. I don't like milk. I'm not milk and I'm not lactose intolerant. I just don't like milk. But I made capirotada. Do you guys like capirotada? I just made some. But the real capirotada, not the fucking capirotada with fucking what do they guys put in it? People put like coconut and sprinkles in them nowadays. Like that's gross. I don't like that. So my capirotada is literally just the bread, tortilla, queso, raisins, and walnuts. I woke up to nap like 9 p.m. What the fuck? Well, what time is it now? What time is it? What time is it, y'all? What time is it, guys? Oh, it's 7:42 here. So where are you at? That it's 9 p.m. I was like, fuck, it's 9. uh, thank y'all for your for all boxing. Woo! Yes, y'all. I'm gonna probably log off here because it's been kind of a long time. Ohio. Oh, who else do I know from Ohio? I know someone from Ohio, but who? I know somebody from Ohio. 10 here in Georgia. Is that Georgia? Is that I don't know. I haven't been in school in forever. I'm pretty sure that's Georgia, right? 11. Where are you from? Holy shit! You guys are up right now. I mean, what else is there to do? You guys. But damn, drop a like before you leave, people. Thank you, Daniel, and also Twitter. Like, if you guys have a Twitter, my Twitter. I just hate that I can't like type on here. But my Twitter is Lily Ulloa, like LILYYULLOA. So you guys can follow me on that. We should definitely do a Zoom. You know me, Google from Twitter. Oh yeah, yes. We should do a Google Hangouts or like a Zoom. That way we can all talk, and it's not just like me on video. It's all of us on video. We can all collectively like say shit. I'm thinking we should do one. Like we should try it out. No, a bunch of people are gonna be like weirdos, but you guys are not weirdos. There was that one weirdo in here, and then we kicked them out. And then we could like all have like a cool Zoom conversation or like Google Hangouts where it's like a bunch of us on the screen. You know what I mean? That'd be pretty cool in my opinion. And we'd all talk. And we could watch a fight. Like we could put on a fight. Um and talk about it. We should do it. Arroz con leche or flan. I like both. Arroz con leche, but some people eat it hot, some people eat it cold. I eat them both. I think I'm gonna have to stick to flan because again, arroz con leche has a lot of milk, and I'm not a fan of milk. Like I don't drink milk like that. But arroz con leche is bomb. I guess choco flan is better though. We cannot drink sangria. I love sangria. Coro versus Marquez. Oh yeah, see, we should. Let's do a Google Hangouts. It'd be. I love choco flan, dude. Like that's just so fucking bomb. Like it's the perfect combination of like custardy, pudding, jello thing, and then the fucking I love it. Or ice cream cake. When I have fight watching parties, I always make pozole and stuff like that. hopefully one day when all this is over, I could throw like a fight watching party at my house. We're probably gonna be moving soon. I live in LA right now, but I'm gonna be moving to Riverside. So I'm probably gonna have like a bigger house, a bigger area, and then we can have like a fight throwing party. Wouldn't that be cool, guys? Just don't be like a murderer, please. But you guys can come over and watch a fight, and we can like the pay-per-view fights. If I'm not covering it, I can like have a big fight party. I can make like pozole or birria. You know what I mean? And for the vegan peeps, I can make a really good tinga de soya. Right? We should do that eventually. Just don't be weirdos. Don't be like trying to stab me. But we should do that. We should do a Google Hangouts first, and then we can have like a cool meetup where you guys come to my house and watch a fight. We get some beers. We could take tequila shots, and then watch boxing all night. And then everybody Uber home because no drinking and driving. All right. But I'll see you guys next time. Instagram Billy Ho Saunders, just like Billy Joe Saunders, but Billy Ho. And then no spaces or anything. And then Twitter LILYY ULLOA. So yes, please follow me. I'll follow you back. DM me because sometimes Twitter doesn't tell me when he'll follow me, and I don't. I sometimes I'll just be on my profile. I'm like, holy shit, I have this many followers. Like I didn't know. So if you follow me, send me a message. Be like, hey, it's me from YouTube. Add you back, and then we can like talk on there about what fights we could watch. Possibly, or hopefully, once this is over, hopefully by the summer. Let's hope they just extended it to May 15. Let's hope by June, the end of June, we can have boxing back. We can have all sports back, and we can have like some cool hangouts, not just virtually. You know what I mean? You want to say bye to my friends?
Bye.
You guys have a good night. Thank you so much for being here and for talking boxing with me. I really appreciate it. Y'all are the best. Have a good night, y'all.